Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to pick a good cereal for our kids. Ingredients to avoid and ingredients your child's cereal must have. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Let's get into the video. If this is your first time of seeing my face, my name is Rofiat. I'm the founder of Kiddies Plate, the brand that focuses on healthy lifestyle for kids. Cereal is something that not every household can avoid it. There are always once in a while you have to give your child cereal. Maybe that morning when you are very busy, or maybe that morning you are very lazy to make breakfast, or that morning you are rushing to work, kids are rushing to catch the school bus, so you need to quickly give them something to keep them for breakfast, and the next thing is to grab cereal and give to them. We all have that moment, okay? That's why we can't erase cereal 100% from our child's diet. In order for us to have a cereal that contains better ingredients, that is why I'm making this video today. I have a video that talked about importance of healthy breakfast for kids. I'll put the link to the video in the description box. You can watch the video to learn more about giving your child a healthy breakfast. Number one thing you don't want in your child's cereal is refined flour. Refined flour is produced by taking a whole grain and refine it in order to stay a very long time on the counter, because if it is not refined, it's not going to stay a very long time on the counter. So refined flour or refined grain is one of the ingredients you don't want in your child's cereal. So look at the box very well when you're picking your child's cereal. Make sure it does not contain refined grains. No sugar cereal. Yes, I know so many people will be like, why no sugar? We all don't want sugar in our child's cereal, okay? But when it comes to no sugar, it's very important to search further to know what they use as a sweetener in the cereal. Because these days, manufacturers will write in the front of the carton, no sugar. If you look further, you get to know that the sweetener they use in this cereal is more dangerous than sugar. So it's very good to look into anything you are buying that says no sugar. Look further to know this kind of sweetener they use in anything you are buying. Let's take for instance, high corn fructose syrup is very dangerous than sugar. So make sure your child's cereal does not contain high corn fructose syrup. Anything you are buying for your kids, biscuits or anything you are buying for your child, make sure it doesn't contain high fructose corn syrup, because it's dangerous than sugar. Any cereal that contains less than 3 grams of fiber, it's a no. Don't pick that kind of cereal. You want 5 grams upward. That's 5 grams upward. That is what you want in your child's cereal. If it contains less than 3 grams of fiber, that is not a good cereal to pick for your child. Number 4 is add-ins like chocolates, like fruits, like nuts and seed, and so on. If that cereal contains any adds in, my advice is not to pick that kind of cereal. The reason is that it's an added sugar when you are picking that kind of cereal. There is a possibility that the fruit is dehydrated with sugar, okay? So if you pick that kind of cereal, it's an added sugar. When you want your child to take adds in their cereal, it's very good to add it yourself. Buy nuts and seed, roast nuts and seed, or buy roasted nuts and seed and add it to your child's cereal. Buy chocolate chips, add it to your child's cereal. So when you're buying all this, you make sure you buy the one that are low in sugar. So when you add it to your child's cereal, it will not be a added sugar. So we'll move on to number 5. Number 5 is artificial colors. Yes. Anything you are picking for your child that contain artificial colors, I will advise you don't pick them. Artificial colors have been linked to so many diseases in kids. So you don't want to pick anything that contains artificial color, most especially cereal. There are so many cereal out there that contains artificial colors. You want to look out for such cereal. You don't pick that cereal if you're buying cereal for your child. If you want to pick any cereals that contain colors or whatsoever, try to pick the one that contain plant-based colors. okay? The one that contains natural colors from turmeric, natural colors from beetroot, natural colors from spinach. We have a lot of them out there, but they are expensive. That's just it. So for me, I think we don't really need that. But if you are the kind of mom that really want to satisfy your child's coloring craving, just look out for the one that contains natural color from plants. That's better, because artificial color is linked to so many diseases in kids. Those are the 5 ingredients you want to avoid when you're picking your child's cereal. So you may want to ask, what are the best ingredients to look out for when I'm picking my child's cereal? Sit back, because I'll be sharing the tips on how to pick a child's cereal, and I'll be showing you some of our favorite cereal. Before we move on, consider subscribing to my channel. I have a lined up content for you that you're going to love. And also click on the bell button, so anytime I upload a new video, you get a notification of the video. If you really like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it in your mama community, share it with loved ones, and let everybody know about what we are doing in Kiddies Plate. So we move on to the ingredients you want in your child's cereal. The number 1 ingredient you want in your child's cereal is whole grain. Whole grain is very good when you're picking your child's cereal. The reason you have to pick whole grain is whole grain contains the germ, the bran, and the endosperm, which is very good for digestive system. So when you are picking your child's cereal, make sure it contains whole grain. By giving them whole grains, you know you are treating their digestive system well, because whole grain aids digestion. So it's very good to pick a cereal that contains whole grain. We have whole grains like wheat, whole grains like oats, whole grains like corn, and so on. The next thing is fiber. When you are picking your child's cereal, make sure it contains 3 grams of fiber or 3 grams upward, because fiber aids digestion. It's good for the digestive system. It's good for the gut. So when you're picking it, it's good to pick a cereal with 3 grams of fiber, 4-5 grams of fiber. So the next thing is sugar. 2.5 grams of sugar is a daily requirement for kids. That is about 6 tablespoons of sugar. So if you give a child a cereal that contains 2.5 grams of sugar per serving, that child has already had all the sugar he or she is supposed to have throughout the day in one meal. And you're still going to give this child chocolates, biscuits, and all of that later in the day. So if you're picking your child's cereal, make sure you look at the sugar. Make sure the sugar does not contain more than 5 grams of sugar for a pack of cereal. That would be like 375 grams upward, or 700 grams of cereal. So you are getting like 5 or 7 grams of sugar in 375 grams of cereal. When you break it down, you realize that at the end of the day, for breakfast, your child is taking like 1.2 grams of sugar, or 1.2 grams of sugar, or 1 grams of sugar for breakfast. So when you are picking your child's cereal, make sure you look at the content of the sugar. Make sure that it contains like 5 grams or 7 grams of sugar. Let's take Weetabix for instance. 375 grams of Weetabix contain 5 grams of sugar. So when you are going to serve your child, you are going to serve them like 80 grams to 100 grams of Weetabix. So at the end of the day, they are taking 1 gram of sugar in 1 serving for their breakfast. So that's fair enough when you are giving your child cereal. Although it's not the best, but it's fair enough when you are serving them. Then you have to watch the sugar you are going to serve them later on. Remember, you are going to serve them sugar in form of carbohydrates, so you have to look into that also. Another thing you want to look out for when you're picking your child's cereal is vitamin fortified. Is your child's cereal vitamin fortified? If it is, it's very good. If it is not, you don't have to pick it. Child's cereal must be vitamin fortified. Vitamin like zinc, like magnesium, like calcium, like iron, which your child really need at that stage. Most cereal out there are vitamin fortified, so you don't have to stress yourself so much on vitamin fortified, but it's very good to look into the ingredients and see that the cereal is vitamin fortified. And sometimes it's good to look at the grams of this vitamin. You'll be rest assured your child is taking the best vitamin fortified cereal. But I want you to know that there are so many cereals that are vitamin fortified. They contain a lot of vitamins, but they are loaded with sugar. So you want to look out for this. There's no how you're going to get the 100% of what you want in your child's cereal. But it's very good to look into it very well and see that out of 100, at least you are getting 70 or 60 out of the cereal. Another thing is not to serve this cereal every day. Don't make it an everyday breakfast. There are so many breakfasts your child can take rather than taking cereal every morning. This video is not to judge anyone. It's not to judge anymore because I don't like judging. Don't see this video as a judge video. Do whatever you like, but it's good to educate so that you will know what you're serving your child. That's why I'm doing this kind of video. Please avoid some of these ingredients in your child's cereal, and also make sure some of the ingredients I've mentioned is in your child's cereal when you're picking your child's cereal. So let me show you the cereal I give my kids. We take cereal once in a while in my house. And I always make sure when it's school time, I don't give them cereal all the time. I always make a breakfast on the go, most especially smoothie and some bar, muffin, pancakes, and all of that. I make sure that's what I serve them in the morning. So it's something they can just take and go while they are leaving for school. But I must confess, last month, most of our money is cereal. That is how it goes. I want you to know that no one is perfect. No mother is perfect. There are times that you'll be down. There are times that your body does not want to do so much. That time, you can give them cereal because you know the ingredients in your cereal can still back you for some days or for a week. So that's what I did last month. I was not into making breakfast last month. So I gave myself the break and I allowed them to take cereal. I relaxed because I know the ingredients in my cereal. So this month, I kicked up by making breakfast for them again. I would like to show you the cereal I feed my kids. I discovered this cereal 2 months ago. It's not a sponsor video. I pray my videos get sponsor one day, but for now, no sponsor. These are the things I picked for my kids. We love it and we have been taking it. I discovered this cereal 2 months ago. I love it. I love the ingredients. That's why I bought it. It's not a sponsored video at all. The first thing that got me attracted to this cereal is whole grain breakfast cereal, which says whole grain cereals with buckwheat and bran. That was what got me attracted to this cereal. Definitely is whole grain. And another thing that makes me pick this cereal, grains are sprouted. Sprouted grains are good for our kids because it helps them digest the grains easily and it helps them digest the nutrients in the grains. I have a video on benefits of sprouted grain for kids. I'll put a video in the link in the description box. Try to watch the video, it's very informative. And if you are picking a cereal for your child, there's something here called nutrition facts. It's very good to read nutrition facts because this is where they will put the grams of fiber, the grams of sugar, the grams of carbohydrates, the grams of saturated and unsaturated fat, if it contains saturated and unsaturated fat, the grams of fiber, and every other thing you want to know will be in the nutrition facts. So it's very good to look at the nutrition facts when you're picking your child's cereal, and this is where the ingredients will be also. So it's good to read the ingredients when you're picking your child's cereal to know the kind of grains they use in this cereal. So you look at the grains, like this one contains corn, it contains wheat bran and buckwheat and salt. Those are the ingredients they use in this cereal, and that's one thing that I love about this cereal. It does not contain sugar at all. 0 grams of sugar. The only sugar this cereal contains is the sugar from the grain, which is carbohydrate sugar cereal. If you're picking a cereal that does not contain sugar at all for your child, it's very good when you had honey for a child that has a sweet tooth. But for my kids, they like this cereal without sugar. I love it too. It doesn't contain any sugar, but it's sweet. Grains itself contains sugar, so it's very sweet. We really like it. There was a day I added honey to this cereal for my kids, and they said they don't like it. They prefer it without sugar than putting honey. So we really love it. It's okay. So I only saw this cereal in one supermarket, and that is the supermarket I always go when I want to get a cereal for my child, because definitely I'll find other cereal we take there, and I'll also find this cereal, which is a plus for me. Once in a while I do give them cornflakes, because cornflakes is also good. It doesn't contain a lot of sugar, and also it's a whole grain, because corn is a whole grain. But one alarming thing about cornflakes is that the corn gets sprayed by GMO, which we don't want in our child's system, and that is the reason when you are picking cornflakes for your child, you should try your best to pick organic cornflakes for your child. So I prefer picking something like Weetabix, which comes from the UK, because GMO is not really used in the UK, you understand. So I always pick products like that from the UK. So that's why we stick to Weetabix, Weetaflakes and all that. But I do give them cornflakes once in a while. If they request for cornflakes, I do buy cornflakes for them, and I'll let them have it. Since it's going to be a once in a year thing, you understand. This is one cereal you always find in my pantry. We have Weetabix, we have Weetaflakes, we have brown flakes, we have crunchy flakes sometimes. So those are the things I stick to when getting cereal for my child. And you can try your own adds in when you are making breakfast for them. Like you can add flaxseed, shea seed, you can add banana, you can add a lot of things to it if you want. You can add honey, like this one that does not contain sugar, you can add honey into it for them if they have a sweet tooth. If you want to consider granola for your kids, try to make it yourself. It's very easy. I have granola recipe on my YouTube channel, and I have granola recipe on my website. You can check my website. I have a stovetop recipe and also an oven recipe. You can use either of the two. If you don't have an oven, you can use stovetop. If you have an oven, you can use oven. And if you want to play with two, you can go ahead, because it adds different taste. I'll tell you that because we've tried the two and we noticed that it adds different taste, but the two are good. So I'll put the link to granola recipe in the description box. Granola is very easy to make, and it makes a good breakfast, a good healthy breakfast. It contains oats that can last your child for a very long time, and that is one breakfast I always go to when it comes to serving my child cereal. That is all I have for you today on cereal. If you really like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share this video with your mama community. And also don't forget to subscribe. Try to click the bell button. Anytime I upload a new video, you get the notification of the video if you click the bell button. And make sure you always read the ingredients when you're picking a child's cereal. See you in another video. Take care. Bye.